It is spring on the Sun Coast, and our warm weather means bathing suits and beach time are right around the corner. But it can be hard to find the body confidence to be comfortable. Alberto Gutierrez is the founder of Cryosudio Sarasota, and he's here to tell us about the many non-invasive treatments available to improve our appearance. Great to see you again.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
So non-invasive, definitely a key word. That certainly makes the ability to get these treatments a lot easier. I gotta be blunt. Do they work?
Yes, so one of the key components for us as a business and a company is to have only treatments and devices that have science behind them. So if they haven't been backed by science and they don't have scientific studies, then we do not employ that technology.
Okay, now that said, even if I have a non-invasive aesthetic treatment that works, there's still some accountability on my end with health and wellness, right? If this isn't like magic.
Yes, so for us the most important part is for the client to become aware of what they're eating and exercising, so they embark in a lifestyle, right, a healthy lifestyle. So if you're coming in and you're trying to reduce fat or tighten the skin or just get well and get your body back, it can be very tricky if you're not doing what you're supposed to.
Okay, so we can make it look better, but if I'm not doing my part and keeping up my health and wellness, obviously it won't last. All right, I suffer from a lot of body confidence issues, to be very honest. So, and I don't think I'm alone. I think the fact that we can learn about these treatments and ways to help us have confidence is very valuable. So let's go over some of our options. Why don't we start with TEC?
Okay, so TEC is targeted electromagnetic contractions, right? So it's a technology where you're creating an involuntary cramp.
Okay.
So it's just cramping over and over.
So I'm using the muscle.
You're using the muscle, yes. And this is an incredible study because it's shown that you can build muscle at the cellular level. So you're actually building that muscle. It can be done on the legs, on the booty, on the core. So it's very good to reduce fat because when you build muscle, you burn more fat, right? And to tighten areas that are very tricky to get in the gym. Because one session is going to do 30,000 contractions.
30,000?
Yeah.
So that's like 30,000 squats or crunches?
Yes.
Oh, okay, now we're talking. Because I'm not doing 30,000 squats and crunches. I'm likely to do 30. Okay, interesting. So that's a way to then obviously work on the appearance of a tighter muscle and burn fat.
Yes.
Okay, great. Help me with the pronunciation. Is it iCoone?
iCoone.
iCoone. What is iCoone?
iCoone is one of my personal favorites because it's something that is very relaxing and it does so many things in one treatment. So each treatment is going to be composed of a main therapy, which is going to be full body lymphatic drainage and tissue stimulation. And then you're going to have two focus programs depending on what the client wants to work on. So it can be fat reduction, skin elasticity, circulation. So this treatment really helps for your well-being. Okay,
it looks very relaxing and wonderful.
Yes.
So that's a nice side part. My personal favorite and one I've always wanted to try is Cryoskin.
Yes.
What is Cryoskin and how does it benefit us?
Okay, so Cryoskin does a therapy with cold but also warm. So a fat reduction treatment is going to be warm, cold, and warm. And what you're essentially doing is shocking the fat cells. You bring in the temperature below 0, and fat cells usually start to die below 17 Celsius. So you are essentially destroying the fat cells, right? You are killing them. You're creating apoptosis, which simply means the death of the cell. Now, in addition to fat reduction, with Cryoskin or Cryo Toning, you can perform tissue stimulation and tightening of the skin. So you're doing vasoconstriction and vasodilation to promote collagen and elastin production so you can start tightening the skin and improving the tone and cellulite as well.
Which makes sense because for anybody that's ever lost weight, we know that once you burn the fat off, then the skin sags.
Yes.
So that makes sense to have it in conjunction. All right, what about presotherapy?
Okay, great. So presotherapy is it was a machine that was invented for lymphedema and edema, so that is the swelling of the limbs. So it's very important to detoxify the body. So since we are doing treatments to reduce fat or to tighten the skin and for the clients to become healthier, presotherapy is going to squeeze all the junk out of them, essentially. So it's very good for lymphatic drainage. This one has about 18 different treatments that are presotherapy machines, so it's good for circulation, speeding up the metabolism, lymphatic drainage, sports massage, and so forth. But we use it mostly for lymphatic drainage. And again, we combine all of our treatments in a specialized protocol because each client is different.
Okay.
So someone can have loose skin, excess fat, and needs to also work on their building muscle. So we combine special protocols to give the best result and the fastest as possible.
And before we wrap up, you actually look at our bodies to determine the best thing for it.
Yes.
What is an in-body measurement?
Yeah, so we have this device called the InBody, and it takes about a minute, and it gives you a great printout, and it tells us your entire body, so your muscle composition, fat analysis, segmental as well, so we'll know how much fat is in the legs, how much in the trunk, how much on the arms, how much water retention. I don't know if I want one of those. Yeah, so that's really good way for us to track the clients and to keep them accountable, because if you're gaining weight during treatments, then you're obviously not doing your part.
Right. I like that accountability.
Yes.
Listen, knowledge is key. You obviously have a lot of it, but this technology, this scientific basis is a wonderful way to certainly improve our appearance and our health and wellness, because it's not always about the appearance. All right, thank you very much. Lots to learn, and to get more information about the many treatments that we just talked about, you can go to Cryosudio Sarasota.com.